Welcome to the 37th Annual Governor's Cup Competition Reveal. My name is George Hodson. I'm the president of the Virginia Wineries Association and the CEO at Veritas Vineyards and Winery. Like many of you, this event last year was the last large public gathering that I attended prior to the pandemic. And so that's why, in the context of everything that's occurred in the last year, it's so exciting to be gathering tonight to celebrate a record number of entries into this competition, with 544 wines, ciders, and meads entered. Now we once again gather to celebrate the best of Virginia wine. We want to acknowledge our gratitude for our partnership with the Virginia Vineyards Association and the Virginia Wine Board. We want to be sure to express our gratitude to Secretary of Forestry and Agriculture Bettina Ring and Governor Ralph Northam for their support over the last year. We want to thank all those involved in producing this competition, including the judges and volunteers. It's now my honor to introduce Master of Wine Jay Yeomans, director of our competition since 2011. This year, more than any other year, we're grateful for his leadership. Take it away, Jay.
Thank you very much, George. My name's Jay Yeomans. I'm the owner of the Capital Wine School. I've run the wine competition, the Virginia Governor's Cup wine competition, now for 10 years. This was the most difficult competition yet, for obvious reasons. COVID presented challenges that we couldn't have imagined. We were able to pull it off, though. Despite all the difficulties with this year's competition, I think it was the best competition we've ever had. We had 544 submissions, which is a record. We had 27 ciders, we had 10 meads, and the rest were wines. We actually ran this competition in three different competitions. There was the prelims, where we had 6 judges taste all the wines. We had a separate competition for the ciders. That's the first time we've ever done that. And then we had the finals, where we had 12 judges taste some 124 wines. The wines were really good this year, and a lot of the comments I got from the judges were that the overall quality was outstanding, and it made it very difficult to distinguish between a lot of the wines. Some of the standouts for me were the Tannat category, Sauvignon Blanc, but everything. We had a lot of comments about the sparkling wines, about Petit Manseng, a lot of good Petit Verdot, the dessert category. I mean, there's some world-class wines being produced in Virginia that can stand up against anything in the world. The category that was a little disappointing for me, because for me personally, I thought the wines were really, really good, was both Chardonnay and Cabernet Franc. And I think Chardonnay gets a little bit of a knock because it's easy to criticize because it's so commonplace. But Virginia is making some wonderful Chardonnay. The Cabernet Francs, I was a little disappointed, not in the quality, but that they didn't score better. There were a number of Cabernet Francs that I thought will rival anything in the world. The judges particularly felt like the dessert category was really, really good, as I mentioned. Some of the comments I got about Sauvignon Blanc was, they were dead ringers for Loire and New Zealand styles. The Petit Manseng category, a lot of the judges told me they felt like this is a style of wine that could define Virginia in the years to come. The competition was very difficult. In order to be distant and safe, we had the judges come by and pick up samples each day, both in the prelims and in the finals. We bottled all the wines. We broke them down into 2-ounce bottles. And my wife, a good friend of ours, and myself bottled all the wines. It came out to almost 5,000 little pours, but it was worth it. I think the wines showed well. I also want to thank Kirsten Krylovac, who behind the scenes did so much to make this a success. And of course, I want to thank our judges. Normally, we would have had 15 to 20 volunteers helping us, and we just couldn't do that this year. Thank you for the opportunity to run this competition again. I'm going to turn it over to Justin Rose, who's going to announce the winner.
Thank you, Jay, and thank you for all your work on this competition over the last decade. I'm Justin Rose, winemaker and co-owner of Rosemont Vineyards. I had the pleasure of serving as past president of the Virginia Wineries Association, and I'm currently the chair of the Governor's Cup Committee. This competition has come a long way since 1982, when it was formed, and it was done at Vintage Virginia in the middle of a field with the consumer judging, to now one of the most stringent competitions in the nation. The top 12 scoring wines that constitute the case come from the top 12 scoring wines, both red and white, as deemed by the judges, with the top scoring wine taking home the coveted Governor's Cup. To be entered into the Governor's Cup competition, the wines must be 100% Virginia fruit. And with that, congratulations to all the winners in advance. We're going to reveal the Governor's Cup case, alphabetical order by winery. First off, Barboursville Vineyards for their 2015 Pasito, winemaker Luca Paschina, estate grown. Barboursville Vineyard 2016 Octagon, winemaker Luca Paschina, estate grown. Barboursville Vineyards 2019 Vermentino Reserve, winemaker Luca Paschina, estate grown.
My name is Luca Paschina, and I am at Barboursville Vineyards. I have been the winemaker here on the estate since 1990. I'm very honored and excited that 3 of our wines actually were chosen in the top 12 wines of Virginia. We're excited because Vermentino is one of the 3, the 2019 vintage. This is a grape I used to drink, this type of wine I used to drink when I was a teenager in Liguria. It found its place here at Barboursville in 2009. It thrives in hot climates, which we do have in Virginia, and yet it retains the beautiful, intense, fragrant characteristic, very drinkable, almost salty, quenching. A great food wine, especially with seafood. Another great wine that it's very unique, it's the Pasito. Pasito means in Italian, not with the X's, but with the S. It means that air dried, shriveled. To make this wine, we hand select Moscato grapes and Vidal grapes. We lay them in crates that have slots in all sides, and we store them in a barn, stacked, and we leave them there for 60 to 90 days. And by just a simple process of moving air into the building, the grapes, they slowly dehydrate, and what they lose basically it's water, and leaving behind very, very shriveled grapes at the end of the process, which have up to 42% sugar. When we press them, the yield is very minuscule, but the reward is big because the wine we make from it is very dense, very rich, very intense aromatics, sweet, but then tart in the end. But it's very labor intense from doing all this hand picking and hand selection. Another wine that, of course, I would say really put our estate on the map locally first, and then in the United States, and then also in Europe, it is Octagon. Octagon is our classic French winemaking approach, and is a classic Bordeaux blend, always predominantly contained, for the most part, Merlot, followed by Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and sometimes Cabernet Sauvignon. So here, it's really cool to be able to be in the top 12 wines with a wine that has a lot of competition, not just in Virginia, but worldwide. Overall, I want to be thankful to our founder, the Zonin family, that had the vision to establish this estate in 1976. I really like to mention that there are a lot of other people that are very important in our life. It's my family, which has supported me throughout the years. My father that taught me as a young teenager to learn this trade. Of course, all the great support from the people in the government of Virginia that really have believed in viticulture as a way to promote not only agriculture, but a fine beverage, and also promote tourism. And of course, thanks to all of the organizations that are behind to support the industry, from the Wine Board, the Virginia Wine Marketing Office, the association, the Vineyards Association, the Wineries Association. We are a great family here in Virginia. We support each other, and I toast to continue to do that.
Bluestone Vineyards, 2019 Petit Manseng, winemaker Lee Hartman, Silver Creek Vineyards.
Hi, I'm Lee Hartman, winemaker at Bluestone Vineyard in Bridgewater, Virginia. We're very excited to be a member of the 2021 Governor's Case with our Petit Manseng from 2019. This was harvested from Livingston Vineyard and Silver Creek Orchard. barrel fermented, and very reminiscent of the vintage. We'd like to thank the Virginia Wineries Association and the Virginia Wine Board, Governor Northam and Secretary Ring. We'd also like to thank the rest of the industry for all of their contributions in helping build Bluestone to what it is today. I'd like to thank my team here at Bluestone, everybody who helps in production, my vineyard manager, Jesse, Billy, who helps us here in the cellar, my family, both my parents, Kurt and Jackie Hartman, who have helped build this vineyard into what it is today, my brother, RC, who works with me every day from working on the tractors to keeping our books straight, and also, more than anybody, my beautiful wife, Erica, and my awesome son, Charlie. Thank you all so much. I hope to have you all out to the farm to enjoy our Petit Manseng soon.
Bro Vineyards 2016 Meritage, winemaker Josh Gerard, estate grown. Bro Vineyards 2016 Nebbiolo, winemaker Josh Gerard, estate grown.
Hi, I'm Josh Gerard. I'm the winemaker here at Bro Vineyards. I'm very honored to be in the case. We have the 2016 Meritage and the 2016 Nebbiolo. Both were exciting wines for that vintage. The Meritage was a fun blend to play with. We had a lot of options that year. We had a really strong vintage, good quality, good quantity. It enabled us to pick the best wines to make a really nice Meritage. And the 2016 Nebbiolo, it was my first time actually working with Nebbiolo. So I kind of took an approach like it was Pinot Noir. And I was trying to extract all the nuances and really exotic and fun flavors and aromas that Nebbiolo can produce. I'd like to thank our team here at Bro Vineyards, especially everybody that's put all the hard work into the vineyard, the people that are no longer here but have worked in the winery, and everybody in the back office that is supporting this tremendous effort. And congratulations to everybody that's also in the governor's case.
Carriage House Wineworks 2019 Petit Verdot, winemaker Michael Fritzy, estate grown.
So I'm Mike Fritzy, and we're at Carriage House Wineworks, and I'm here with my co-owner, Bruce Berro, here on the right-hand side, and the vineyard manager, Sevi Garcia, here on the left-hand side. And we couldn't be more than tickled to be recognized in this way by the Governor's Cup for our Petit Verdot. 19 was a beautiful vintage in contrast to 18, which was a very tough vintage. And we were able to get some beautiful grapes in 19 and make some really fine wine that was happily recognized by the Governor's Cup. The 2019 Petit Verdot was grown on our local estate vineyard, Bruce's Windhorn Vineyard. And it basically has the beautiful floral notes of violets, some wet tar, and dark fruit, and a bit of smoky accents. So it is the go-to wine for people who like big chewable red wines in Virginia. Particularly noteworthy is that the 2019 Petit Verdot is very young. To be judged less than 2 years after the vintage at this level is quite unusual. And it's a tribute to the quality of the fruit and to some careful winemaking to make sure that we don't over-extract the tannins. The other thing is the 2019 Petit Verdot is a bit of a fluke. We almost didn't bottle it because it's so young, and we were convinced by a friend of ours to bottle it because it had been progressing so well, even though it's so incredibly young. We thank you once again for this wonderful recognition for the Governor's Cup. We can't express our excitement enough for winning this high honor, and let's celebrate. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, Mike. Cheers, Sevi.
King Family Vineyards 2017 Mountain Plains, winemaker Matthew Finot, estate grown.
Hi, I'm Mathieu Finot, and I'm very happy to be here to be a part of the Governor's Cup case with the Mountain Plains 2017. So the Mountain Plain 2017, it's a Bordeaux blend. It's made with Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. It's a selection of our best block. We try to choose what we think is the best in our vineyard. We craft it in a certain way. We age it for a little bit longer to try to express some power, some richness of what we can do here as a red wine There's like some lush tannins. It's been extracted a bit more than some of the wine that we do here. It's a wine that's designed to age. It's still a bit too early to drink it, but it still tastes very good right now. I want to thank everybody that participated to this effort, because it's a team effort. I have to thank all the family, Carrington, vineyard managers, to James and Helen. That's worked a lot in the winery to be where we're at. The wine is made in the vineyard. That's where everything starts. We've got a lot of people that spend a lot of time tending the vines to get where we want to be. And I have to thank my team inside the winery that helped me to get there. And we're so grateful that Jay Humans was able to do this competition and did it the way he did it, with all the precaution, and that all the judges wanted to participate in this effort. So it's kind of great that even in a year like this year, we were still able to make this competition happen. So I think it's a great success.
Michael Shapps Wineworks 2015 Meritage, winemaker Michael Shapps, estate grown.
Hi, I'm Michael Shapps at Michael Shapps Wineworks in Charlottesville, Virginia, and I'm honored and thankful to be in the governor's case this year with our gold medal 2015 Meritage blend. Fantastic year, 5 different Bordeaux varieties that we used. It's 38% Merlot, 28% Cabernet Franc, 17% Malbec, 11% Petit Verdot, and 6% Cabernet Sauvignon. It was hard work, fun to make, and really think this wine's going to age nicely over the next 5 to 7 years. It's still a little bit young, well-structured, tannic, lots of deep fruit, very concentrated, and this wine has a long way to go. I want to thank our dedicated, hardworking staff here at Wineworks for all their hard work to make all these great wines for us, and especially want to thank the vineyard team for all their hard work as well in the hot growing conditions in Virginia in the summertime out there, growing some of the best darn grapes in Virginia. So thank you guys, and congratulations to all the other winners of the 2021 Governor's Cup.
RAH Wine Company 2017 Series 1, winemaker Maya Hood White, Early Mountain Vineyards.
The recognition of this project is flattering and humbling. Thank you to the Virginia Wine Board, Virginia Wine Marketing Office, and all who put in so much time and effort into supporting Virginia wine. Produced via the appassimento method, the fruit for Series 1 bottling was harvested and allowed to raisin between 5 and 14 days prior to pressing, concentrating sugars up to 35 brix. Post-drying, a portion of the Malvasia Bianca was lightly pressed with a small quantity of juice added back to the whole clusters and allowed to begin fermenting on the skins. The skin contact portion was then pressed the next month with the Petit Manseng. Both the Petit Manseng and Malvasia Bianca juice was fermented in neutral French oak using only ambient yeast. With such high sugar concentrations, the Petit Manseng fermentation took approximately 30 days to begin and lasted around 6 months. Both the Malvasia Bianca and Petit Manseng fermentations ended naturally, leaving residual sugar balanced by acidity. Series 1 spent 22 months on lees. I would like to thank my family, friends, and colleagues, as well as everyone at Early Mountain for their support.
Trump Winery 2014 Brut Reserve, winemaker Jonathan Wheeler, estate grown.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Wheeler, winemaker here at Trump Winery. So thankful to be nominated for our 2014 Sparkling Brut Reserve. This is 100% Chardonnay, method champenoise, nice classic sparkling wine aromas and textures. It really is a wine near and dear to me. I've put a lot of effort to bring this wine to you guys' glass, and I'm just so proud of it. Thank you to everyone here at the cellar team, the vineyard, and everyone else here at Trump Winery to help me bring this wine to the glass. Cheers to everyone in the wine industry of Virginia.
Veritas Winery 2017 Petit Verdot, winemaker Emily Pelton, estate grown.
My name is Emily Pelton, and I'm the winemaker at Veritas, and I'm very grateful to be a part of the 2021 Governor's Cup case. Having my Petit Verdot represent Veritas in the 2021 case everybody's just gonna roll their eyes, actually, because I've been such a champion of Petit Verdot. I've always loved growing it. I've always bragged on it. I've always had so much to say about Petit Verdot. I know my peers and my family is probably like, oh, the 2017 Petit Verdot, of course. But I do love Petit Verdot in Virginia. I love how it grows. I love its expression in wet vintages, dry vintages, hot vintages, cool vintages. And so I love its tenacity in that sense. There are so many people I'd like to thank that were a part of the story of this wine, but I'd like to start off by thanking my mom and my dad for having the vision of Veritas and creating for me one of the most fantastic job and career paths ever. I'd also like to thank my family for supporting me and my cellar family and my Veritas family for helping me create this wine and being by my side with the vision and the process and the production of everything here at Veritas. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank specifically my Uncle Bill, our vineyard manager, as wine has grown in the vineyard, and without his meticulous care of these vines year after year, we wouldn't be able to show off in these 2017 vintages, these really special vintages. I'd also like to thank Chris Hill, who helped us with our initial plantings and really is our rock as far as where we started and where we've been able to develop to. And I'd like to thank Jay Yeomans for organizing this competition in a challenging time. And of course, the Virginia Wineries Association, the Virginia Wine Board, and the VVA, and all of the associations that help support the Governor's Cup here in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Congratulations to all the wineries and winemakers. We haven't been able to get together much this year, and I'm looking forward to doing that hopefully in the near future to taste these wonderful wines. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Bettina Ring, Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Cheers.
Thank you, Justin, and good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be part of this esteemed Governor's Cup wine competition and to be with you all again this year. We are so happy to be able to have our wineries, our cideries, and our meaderies as part of our agricultural industry. Our agricultural industry is our #1 industry in the state, and tourism is our second largest industry, and combined $97 billion, over 570,000 jobs in the Commonwealth. And we know it's been a very challenging year for our wine industry and for the tourism industry, for so many of our partners across the state. But we are resilient, and we know that we have come back with more ideas, more creativity, more innovation, and that we're taking those learnings, the silver linings that we've gained from this very challenging time into the future. And I cannot thank the industry enough for how they've stepped up, the leadership they've provided, and how they've really come together as a close-knit community. We now have over 345 wineries across the Commonwealth, and that doesn't even include our cideries. We know that they're contributing so much in so many different ways across the state. And they're continuing to support our farmers and our producers across the Commonwealth by buying local products. We have so much to celebrate this evening as we're recognizing our gold medal winners, our governor's case, and what's extra special about this year is that we're also recognizing our cideries. They have participated in this in the past, but this year we have even more cideries participating. Across the state, we have 38 cideries now, and many of them have stepped up to participate in this year's competition. And the Virginia Wineries Association has recognized that it's time that we call them out and recognize them for the great work that they're doing across the state, the great products that they're making, and they're, again, supporting our local farmers. Many of these cideries are sourcing 100% of their apples from Virginia, and we're so thankful for that. And tonight, I'm able to recognize the Best in Show Award winner in the cidery category. And the winner of the 2021 Virginia Cider Best in Show is Lost Boy Cider Comeback Kid. Congratulations to Tristan Wright and David and Tegan Biyun of Lost Boy Cider in Alexandria, Virginia. I had the great opportunity to meet them in 2019 as we awarded them with one of the governor's aphid grants. It's a very unique cidery in the city of Alexandria, the first Northern Virginia cidery of this type. And it's calling more attention to this community, and it is really about a sense of community with the owners and the cider makers. And so we do want to give them a big shout out for this first ever Best in Show award.
Hi, I'm Tristan Wright, president and founder at Lost Boy Cider here in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm here with my cellar team, Dave and Tegan, and we are so incredibly honored to be accepting the first Virginia 2021 Best in Show Cider Award. We want to thank Secretary Ring for the acknowledgement, and of course the governor and the state of Virginia for supporting us since we opened in 2019. We're accepting the award for Comeback Kid, which is our flagship dry cider. It's sugar-free, unpasteurized, and unfiltered. It contains Shenandoah apples and a special yeast. We're super proud of it, and to receive this recognition from our peers and people in the know is humbling. I honestly don't know how to express my gratitude, but thank you very much.
I'd like to thank them for sourcing 100% of their apples from Virginia orchards and Virginia farmers. And I was so impressed by their passion, their enthusiasm, and their commitment to their neighborhood and their community and to the cidery industry in Virginia. Again, congratulations and thank you. And now it is my privilege to introduce to you someone who needs no introduction, the 73rd Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Ralph Northam.
Good evening. I am glad to be part of celebrating this year's Virginia Governor's Cup case, and I am honored to help announce the winery that will take home the coveted Governor's Cup in 2021. This year, there were a record 544 entries from more than 100 Virginia wineries, highlighting Virginia's growing prominence as a leading winemaking state. Like previous years, the 12 highest scoring wines that make up the Governor's Cup case represent multiple regions, showcasing the diversity of our soils and growing conditions. I want to congratulate all of the winemakers and wineries that won gold medals. This year's case is a strong reflection of the high quality and distinctive wines being produced right here in our Commonwealth. And as we recognize these outstanding Virginia wines, we also honor the resilience and pioneering spirit of the farmers and winemakers who grow and craft them. Winemakers are no strangers to uncertainty, and the wine industry has demonstrated its ability to adapt and thrive despite the challenges brought on by the pandemic. Serving as governor, I know the important role the Virginia wine industry plays in creating jobs, conserving our farmland, and driving new economic development, especially in our rural communities. Our administration will continue working to support this flourishing industry and promote our world-class wines. And now, I know everyone is waiting for the announcement. So without further ado, the winner of the 2021 Virginia's Governor Cup is Barboursville Vineyards for their 2015 Pasito. Congratulations to Luca Paschina and his team at Barboursville Vineyards, who are among the most esteemed wine innovators in Virginia. So to Luca and Barboursville, from Pam and me, we are huge fans, as you know, of all of you. But to Luca, congratulations, keep up the good work, and I hope next year we can all be together in person. So please take care and please stay safe.
Thank you so much, Governor Northam. My name is Luca Paschina, and I am at Barboursville Vineyards, and we're so honored to receive this cup for a Pasito 2015, which is a beautiful sweet wine produced with very ancient method of winemaking, very simple, very natural. I want to thank all of you that are involved in this beautiful industry. I'm truly honored to be here today to receive this great award. And I first want to thank a lot of people that for many years, since 1982, actually when the Farm Winery Act came in place, thank you to Governor, Minister of Agriculture, and the General Assemblies. And I want to thank our current Governor and our current Secretary of Agriculture, but also all the governors that preceded them in those positions, because we have received a lot of love in a way of assistance to promote this beautiful wine agricultural industry. It's a great pleasure, of course, to receive the 5th Governor's Cup. And, you know, I've been here 32 years, so it's a little easier to receive that many. But I couldn't have done that through all this year with the help of some great people here on the farm. I have with me here today 2 people that are especially important. The first I introduced is Fernando Franco. He has been actually growing vineyards in Virginia since the early 80s, and he joined me in 1998. And I like to say, Fernando, to say a little bit about where he comes from and his life, why he arrived here to Barboursville.
Yeah, well, you know, again, I want to say thank you for this beautiful award. I am from El Salvador. I study agronomy at the School of Agronomy of El Salvador, Roberto Quiñones. And I joined here, like I say, 1998. Now it's been 23 years here in Barboursville. It's been a beautiful experience working with Luca and Daniele, Dr. Gianni, Francesco. Everybody, it's been an amazing time. And, you know, I'm very honored to be able to help in the production of these beautiful wines.
Thank you. And I also like to ask Daniele Tesaro to say a few words. He joined us a bit more recently, but it's been quite a while already, and together we have done some really cool things.
Yeah, I joined Luca and Fernando in thanking the state of Virginia and for all the support that we got as a wine industry through the years, and of course the Zunin family. In our case, for the opportunity that was given to Luca very early on, and to Fernando and I a bit later, to come in this beautiful state of Virginia and do something that is technically very similar to what you would do in other places, but actually very cool to do it in such a new place, and still very exciting. I studied viticulture and enology in Friuli, which is a small region in the northeast of Italy, and I almost by chance moved to Virginia in 2008. So it's been 12 years, and this is the second Governor's Cup that I have the honor with Luca and Fernando to have won with Barboursville. So I think it's a great story of consistency and for us, and so it's been a cool journey so far.
So there are a few more people that I like to recognize before a toast. And of course is our founding family, our founder, Johnny Zunin, and now his 3 sons that are part of the estate. Of course, my family that supported me a lot throughout the year. My father, which was my mentor in the vineyard and in the cellar. And also all the people that work here with us. At the moment, we're 50-some people. And it's a big team. We have the vineyard, we have the winemaking, we have a fine dining restaurant. It really is a big working family, and I'm proud to be able to support throughout your help as consumers from Virginia and beyond, support a family of workers and also preserving this 900 acres of a beautiful historic estate. So with this said, thank you again so much, and we toast to you. Cheers.
Cheers.
And to the great state of Virginia.
Yep.
Congratulations to our winner of the 2021 Virginia Governor's Cup. My name is Kirk Wiles, your proud chairman of the Virginia Wine Board.
I want to thank all of our viewers this evening for tuning in and supporting Virginia wine and cider. I want to thank Governor Northam, Secretary Ring, the Virginia Wineries Association, the Virginia Wine Marketing Office, the Virginia Vineyards Association, Jay Utmis, and all of our judges who judged this competition, and my other fellow board members on the Virginia Wine Board. There's an immense amount of work that goes into this competition, and all of you behind the scenes put on an amazing show to get us here today. I also want to congratulate all of our winners, all of our medalists, all of our case winners, and all of our winners today. Your hard work, dedication, and patience to bring these craft products to market today doesn't go unnoticed. Some of these products take years to come to light, growing grapes years and years ago only to be in bottle to enjoy today. As we celebrate tonight, I want to recognize the unprecedented times that we have all been through in the last year. It's been difficult, but I have never been a part of an industry that has come together like we have, supported each other, talked to each other, come up with solutions together. And I think at the end of the day, we're all going to make it out of this, to see the light and enjoy Virginia wine, enjoy Virginia cider, and see everything grow to new heights. There are truly remarkable places and remarkable people in this industry. And I encourage everyone to go out there, support your local economy, support your local business, and let's all get back to normal times together. The Virginia Wine Gold Medal Wine Trail will allow you to travel around the state and try the different wineries that have placed a gold medal in this competition. So I encourage you to travel that trail and see all the great wines that were submitted. Virginia wine has a bright future ahead. We are bound by no limits. We have passionate people that are experimenting in every corner of the state. It's one of the most exciting regions in the world to make wine, and cider for that matter. So get out there and support everyone and drink some great wine and cider. So in conclusion, I want to say thank you for tuning in tonight and for your support of Virginia wine and cider. It's people like you that make this industry happen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully you're drinking something great tonight. Cheers.